Okay, all right. Yeah. Just come on in.
Wow! He's Luke Skywalker's former property.
You can't clap for yourself. That's okay. He's a bit of a ham. I can't really take him anywhere. So.
I love him so much.
Hey, where's your friend C-3PO?
Yeah, he doesn't. He said he doesn't really care.
Does it really?
Yeah,
he keeps getting work apparently, and R2 doesn't. He keeps. If you want to do movies, R2's in it for like 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
3PO has like tons of lines.
So for those of you at home who don't know what you do and why we have BB-8 and R2-D2 here in the flesh, Brandon owns a company where you do events, entertainment, and you dress up stage-accurate characters.
Yeah.
Literally trick people into thinking like they're in the movie. It's amazing.
Yeah. Special events down to kids' parties. Started with the kids' parties and now moved on to special events and stuff like that. So.
You do like huge events.
Yeah. Like these figures here. So all right, hold on.
Oh.
Listen, I'm just gonna turn his voice box down so he.
R2-D2.
Okay. That message has been stuck in there forever. I can't.
Look, Obi-Wan Kenobi's no longer alive, R2.
Dude, don't.
Right?
He's on standby mode and he's sensitive. Okay. So like we use these figures as actual like floral setups. So, like, I have most of the figures from Game of Thrones. So when we do a floral setup, we have like the wall table for Jon Snow, and then you can go to the Cersei table, which is Lannister, and that's a lot of fun.
So you do every big movie, TV show, Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much all the nerd. I'm kind of like a connoisseur of nerdage, I guess you would say.
A nerd does not dress like that. All right? A nerd has broken glasses and tape on it.
That's cliche. We've gotten a lot cooler, and we're kind of mainstream now. So I'm just saying, we're
Whoa,
kind of rolling the rules.
hipster
Now all
nerds.
those jocks and everything back in the day are
Don't
trying to be
even
nerds,
like
buying those
dress like this.
Superman T-shirts. I'm like, come on, man, come on. You threw rocks at me as a kid. Get out of here.
And you guys, like, I mean, I went to Comic-Con with Brandon, like, and girls, it's crazy. It's like you're a rock star.
It is, and
You're
that's why I
one of
go.
the most famous cosplayers, and girls will like throw themselves.
You're a modern day Han Solo.
You bring an R2, it's like bringing a Ferrari.
Whoa!
It's true.
R2's a great wing robot.
It is. You take them to the beach, cruise with them. It's way more popular than a
No,
puppy.
girls like lose it. I mean, I cried when you brought BB-8 in.
I did.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I was so excited.
It's like having a puppy or a baby.
Yeah. Well, the convention stuff is where it all kind of started for me. I started doing the convention scene, and I got really into. I went to my first Comic-Con in 1996. Not to date myself age-wise, but I was in high school, mind you. Yeah. So I was in high school, and I was like constantly, whenever I could wear a costume, I would do it. And then my friends were like, "Hey, there's this convention thing that San Diego has. If you want to come, people dress up in costumes sometimes. You know what I mean? Come on down." And I went in a like, what I thought was an epic Luke Skywalker Return of the Jedi, but it ended up looking like pajamas next to full-on Stormtrooper guys that were like dressed up, everything like that. And I was like, damn, I gotta step up my game. So the year later, I got upgraded, and then I was like, I only need this one costume.
Yeah.
That's it. I'll do it every con.
And you know what? We had to finish a second. I forgot to wear my mic. Is that okay?
What's that?
I forgot to put my mic on. Is that all right? All right. Sorry.
We're not gonna start over. We'll just,
We're taking a break.
Taking a break. We'll be right back. With dancing. From
My
R2.
bad. This is the coolest episode too.
You had one job.
I know. One job, right? My bad. At least I realized it before it was. You're still picking up for
They're
me?
like editing you out. Like, well, let's
All right.
just
All
go
right. Yeah.
there.
Let's continue. Yeah. We'll edit it. They'll edit it. All right. Let's continue.
Oh, all right.
You're good, go ahead.
Good. Okay. So I did that. Went to Comic Cons. Got obsessed with that. Got into acting.
And you had a reoccurring role on Veronica Mars.
I did. Yeah.
Woo!
And I got to be completely spoiler if you haven't seen the movie. Killed in a very dramatic car crash in the movie that was kickstarted and everything, which was great because I hadn't done stuff for like 10 years. I'm meeting guys from the set that we hadn't done something for 10 years together. Like, hey, welcome back. And it was just such a cool scene that Rob and them gave me. It was a lot of fun. And the acting world, at the same time when I was on the TV show, this is 2003-ish, I went and auditioned for Captain Jack at Disneyland. And I already had the costume. I was doing it on my own. So
Yeah, you got the that. You
You
do
can
that
see him right
too.
behind you.
Right there.
We put him by the boobs.
It's Captain Jack
Put him by the
Sparrow.
boobs.
I brought, yeah.
If you do an accent, you do the. Oh, of course you can.
yeah?
Captain
Johnny
Jack.
Depp.
Degrees, have a dozen the other night. You and I get drinks later. Aye.
Yeah, aye.
Speaking
But why
of
is the
drinks.
rum gone? Oh, speaking of
I'm always
drinks,
going.
Spa girl.
Spa
Would
girl.
R2D2 like
This
some?
is our lovely.
No, he
lovely
gets
sponsor.
wasted. See this weight right here? He's gained a lot of weight since the Holy Trilogy.
Yeah.
He's worked really hard. He's gone through AA.
He's
Used
gone
to tell
through
me AA was
AA.
for quitters, but
That sounds like a
listen.
droid. AA.
AA. Can you imagine? Don't drink. What do we got? What are we mixing it with?
Star Wars
Yeah.
pie. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're mixing
That's
it.
happening.
This will help you use the Force.
So this is Spa Girl. It is low calorie, gluten free, delicious, and we're gonna actually
You have nails.
mix it. Here, hold our Spa
Yeah.
Girl, and you pour the Spa Girl.
Why would
and
you
I'll
water
pour
that
it.
down? Just kidding.
I know. Yeah, it's not pure rum. And then this. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
It's the, I haven't tried it yet, so
Okay.
I've been anxious.
Oh, I poured way too much.
Although I don't know if it's
I
gonna
Here,
be
I'm
different
gonna
with
do a
vodka.
splash.
That's just a
Splash.
spritz.
Oh, here. Let me turn the can. There we go. It has R2D2 on it.
I
So
poured way
cute.
too much.
You can never have too
Hey,
much.
are you trying to get us wasted?
I know, look what I
Attaboy.
did.
A little space punch.
Up to you, man.
A little space punch.
Who's driving home?
Thank you, Spa Girl.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To Captain Jack.
Cheers to
Captain Jack.
Captain Jack Sparrow and R2.
So,
To being positive and testing negative.
to being positive and testing negative. Is
It's one of his favorite cheers.
that your dating motto?
It's Captain Jack's daily motto. Thank you. I'm safe. Thank
Yeah.
you. So, anyway, so I went.
Kids.
I went and did the character. I went and to the audition as Captain Jack, which you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to go in costume, Disney rules or whatever. But I said, F that. I know how like auditions go. You want to bring the character even before you step in
Good
the
for
room.
you.
So I did it. 32 people. Out of 32 people, I got kept. 2 other people, and then we went back for a second audition at the park with another set of people that auditioned from inside the park, and there was 12 of us then at that point. You can make a show off this. When you're getting cut for like Disney characters, the whole thing should be a show. Like they should Who Wants to Be the Next Disney Princess?
Yeah.
I swear it would make a perfect show. Like we're in the room
Victoria
and
and I'll fight people.
Yeah,
Our
they-
editor, beautiful editor Victoria, will duke it out.
Yeah,
it
Kelly.
out.
Kelly can beat my ass.
Kelly could be a lot of people's asses.
Yeah, I'm scared.
So, it's pretty badass. So people would leave, and they would either get brought back after an audition, or we'd never see them again. It was crazy, and it was always
gosh.
like when you get taken out, everyone's like, "I wonder if we'll see them again." And they cut us down to 4, and then when we did our first day in the park, they pulled me in costume on the last day, the Friday when we were testing it. Which, by the way, just a little tip: if Disney's opening anything, a new ride, a new character, whatever, go a week beforehand. It will be open randomly.
Ooh.
Always is open randomly. I can't tell
to
you when
know.
Tower of Terror opened up. We went a week beforehand and we went on it constantly. No one knew it was open. It was only word up that day.
Nice.
This is prior before you had Twitter, where everyone's like, "Dude, it's open!" Like, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
But yeah, usually they do test runs and everything. Like a good
Wow,
week
you are
beforehand.
living your
Good to
dream,
know.
man.
Yeah.
You really are living your
Little
dream.
Disney,
It was cool.
Little Disney
Yeah, little-
insider.
Yeah, there it
to
is. So
families.
they have us wait extra 2 hours. And they're like, we just need a final approval. The other guys are standing there in line. We're waiting for like 2 hours, waiting for whoever it is. All of a sudden, this guy comes up in a suit. He's like, all right, it's for pictures. Don't try to grab or do anything with him. Just listen to him. If he asks you something, talk back. You know, be simple. And we're like, what? Before we know it, Johnny Depp's walking around the corner. He puts out a cigarette, and he's got, you guys did really good. My assistant here was filming you. I came out and poked around the corner and watched you guys. Anyone rep for your tryout this week? And he's
Oh,
like, I just have some
wow.
notes for some of you, and gave notes to everybody but me. And this isn't bragging, because the guys were like, fucking Brandon. And I was like, dude, first of all, I've been doing this for a year on my own. Second of all, I would love handwritten notes from Johnny Depp. You know, just
And he didn't give you any?
He didn't. He's like, I don't have any notes for you, so good work.
You're
Like,
perfect.
he gave me a handshake, which was cool.
Yeah.
No photos were
So you
allowed.
got
It was just
handpicked by Johnny Depp to play Johnny Depp. Like,
exactly.
that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, he had to
So,
prove the ride. He had to
cheers
pull the
to that.
figures. Cheers to that.
So you're obviously an
Alright.
amazing
Woo!
actor, and you can do improv wonderfully.
Oh,
Wow.
We have to take a quick break. We'll be back
Ah.
after
All right, stay there.
this. Hey guys, we're back with Brandon Hillock on hashtag Harry and
Yes,
Kelly.
yes, we
Woo!
are.
We're talking about Captain Jack prior to.
Yeah,
Besides
people
being
take
an
those
amazing pirate, he also knows the Force really well.
Yes, he does.
up. Yeah.
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
So, yeah, when we went into, once Pirates started to die down, I started doing my own company, birthday parties after Disney, and when Pirates started to simmer down, I was like, what other costumes do I have that kids love and that I love is Star Wars. So I was like, okay, So I put together Star Wars faction. This is actually how I ended up meeting Kelly. I put a thing on the internet because I was like, The Force Awakens had just come out, and I was like, I need someone that looks like Rey, who's a great actress, who can work well with kids, which is really hard to find a huge combination of that.
With the kids.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you need to be able to, it's the most patience in the world, seriously. And Kelly came in and worked with me for a year and thugged it. She was even Darth Vader. She was Blue the Raptor when we do Jurassic World, which, we have a full dinosaur.
It's my True Hollywood story.
It's
great.
It's for
your
the
True Galaxy story.
Yeah. It was great. No, it was so, well, it's just, I mean, if you're a nerd, it's like deep down inside of you. You can't.
Yeah,
and
it's fun.
I just want to
You're the most popular among the nerds, though. You're like the cool nerd.
He's like the badass nerd.
You're like the Danny Zuko of the nerds. Yeah, you're the badass nerd.
I know.
You get all the nerds. You do. You get all those nerds.
I've seen it in action.
It's not true, Victoria. It's not true.
Like you're so respectful though. That's how you get all the girls.
I just, they're fun. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not my fault. You know what? The cosplay community used to be nothing but guys. It really was mostly males. And then all of a sudden, it just like swooped in, and cosplay was now more women than men, and that was new.
And
so
cosplay for you at home is costume play, and it's dressing up as the characters, going to conventions.
Yeah, doing it. I call it cos performing because I like to portray, do the voice of Batman, or Captain Jack, or like Beetlejuice. You like it? All that stuff. So
do you do Batman?
Yeah, I do Batman. This bat suit is now my second bat suit, and it's almost done. It'll be ready in March.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I have the Dark Knight one right now, but I was playing like Lego Batman.
I look at your
birthdays.
pictures. You have the coolest costumes ever.
Yeah, they're fun.
It's literally like you went to Skywalker Ranch and you went Ocean's 11 on it.
Maybe I did.
I can't say it. Never mind.
Borrowed without permission from Disney occasionally.
Disney, yeah. What? Don't you have like a Little Mermaid costume?
I do. Hey, look. In my defense, it was going to be incinerated.
Like Ariel?
It was going to. They incinerate their costumes.
Do you make your girls wear that when they come over?
I'm not even going to confirm that I was the one that borrowed it without permission. I'm just saying. All I know is a mermaid costume was about to be burnt when they took out Little Mermaid from where Tinkerbell is. It used to be Little Mermaid there, and they were going to burn all those tails and everything. And it was like, I don't know if you're just going to burn it.
I'll take it. Yeah. That's so cool. So part of Disney history. So what's amazing is I'm sure I was at the park and saw you as Captain Jack. Like you're part of people's, fun memories of Disneyland.
It is.
And Universal as well.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
at
Beetlejuice at Universal. And that's the best out of all the things I've ever.
I think it's awesome, Kelly.
It's so cool.
I think it's really cool. I can't do that.
All the stages in the world.
I can play Rabbi.
Nothing compares to theme parks. You can go tell somebody, hey, I performed at the Old Globe. I was Romeo, and they'd be like, okay. You tell me you're Captain Disney, and like, oh my God, really? Tell me all about it. It's crazy.
Because you touched so many people's lives and made them happy.
It's fun. It's hard working backstage for the mouse, which the horror stories are 100% true. You Disney. You know what I mean?
We love you, Disney. It's
they do.
Yeah, you see, you touch them more than the actors do in the films because they're seeing you in person.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that is way more touching when they get to experience them in person. Like seeing Johnny Depp is cool, but you don't get to see Johnny Depp. You are their fantasy. You are the fantasy. You are the living fantasy of the people that we're watching.
To them at that point, you're really there. And I was kind of hoping Johnny would come up, so it'd be the only place you could be Captain to his face and not be a douchebag,
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's so cool. And now you're making people happy again with your events company.
Yeah. You're making us happy right now because I'm a fanboy. She's a fangirl.
And you loved it when you did it. And that's what I love the most about you is that you were into it. And that's important to me. I bring in people that are fans and that are actors that love doing this. Yes, kids can be trying. Summer hot days are exhausting, but this world that we get to play in is amazing, and that's
you get to play. You get to pay. You get paid to play.
Exactly. Like my late grandpa used to say. My late grandpa used to say.
You get to play.
I did it my way, and he was just like, we all told you, what are you doing? Why are you spending money on all this stuff? And I figured out how to make money with it. And now he's like, the next thing he knows, he's like, what costume are you doing next?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was.
You made a career doing what you love to do.
Yeah, that's the key to me.
That's the American dream.
That is the American dream.
And I have an 11-year-old, Ireland. She's amazing, and something that she'll easily just jump right into. She's like taking singing lessons. So
you said you have you have a
11-year-old daughter. Yeah.
Oh, you look really young. It's amazing.
Thanь you. Moisturize.
And she was also a little young when I had her.
I
was a little young when I had her.
I'm telling you,
she was a great mistake.
Alderaan has great skincare.
They do. How much time do we have? Because I brought Kelly something.
What?
So I went to Kelly's birthday, and I got her a present, and
No
and there was some sort of snow in or
way.
something like that, so it didn't get here on time for her birthday party, so I brought it today. I noticed on the show we were constantly
He's so
celebrating Kelly's
excited.
birthday because let's face it, like guys have a birthday, it's one day at the bar, right? Women have a month birthday.
It's a
I've noticed.
lightsaber.
Is
it a lightsaber?
it's
That's
a
my
month.
guess. It's a lightsaber.
Okay, so
I don't know.
What
Don't
is
get
in
my
here?
hopes up.
What is in here?
Oh, shit.
Is an original vintage 1983 pristine
Before we were
condition.
born.
Are you
Before
ready?
we were born. What? Oh my god!
Yep. It's your own wicked Ewok. And he will, on rough days, you will give him a hug. He will be there for you, just like he was for Princess Leia. Yeah, you look at the tag, it's from Kenner from 1983, like when the original.
Oh my god! You know, I have to say, if C-3PO was here, he would be ignoring Kelly right now.
Yeah. Well, they would be, yeah.
They'd be
Ewok
fighting.
would be waiting.
This is so cool.
You're welcome.
Suka Suka.
I told you, I was
Yabba,
like, dude,
yabba.
I know exactly what to get her. This will be awesome. So
From before we were born, that's so cool.
Suka Suka.
Oh my god.
we have an Ewok now. We actually have I don't know what the terminology is, a smaller person that does Ewok work for us.
What?
Yeah, Ewok and 2 Jawas, which is amazing.
Jawas, yeah, I
We
love
have
those.
to- and the Jawas are so fun. They come around, they start taking things off the table and like steal stuff, like and they put it in their bag.
Is your Jawa one of the little girls, or?
Yeah, I have a.
How cute it is.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
nice,
They have a
nice
little
to meet
girl
you.
playing
Nice to meet
Jawa.
you, sir.
No. Yep.
It's her dreams come true.
This is the best day ever.
Your life has
Looks like a toy
changed.
set. Like we're doing toy reviews, no
yeah.
big deal. It's a big deal.
I swear. I forgot all
R2's
my-
jealous, Kelly.
I know.
Why are you making him jealous?
I love R2D2 and BB-8.
I'm sorry, R2, but you know.
Look at this. This is vintage.
Yeah.
It's from the 80s.
Yeah, it was clean.
They're
I
alive.
have my original one and it is trashed.
Oh,
but yeah, that
that's
one's
so
super
cool.
clean.
That's
condition. It's
amazing,
nice.
yeah.
I'm gonna give this to my kids one day and be like, this was. I mean, my brothers are gonna try to steal it because they were alive when this.
Well, they're
came
the
out.
reasons you like the trilogy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I have 2 older brothers.
So they did
people
good.
watching at home. So
Do
they,
people try to droid nap him?
No, I'll cut that. He's a little hard.
He's an
He's
expensive
big. Yeah,
boy.
yeah. And Kelly's helped me pick this guy up. He's like 200 pounds.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest thing to just like, and he doesn't
I
fit in like most vehicles. I have to bring a
it's
trailer.
so cool and authentic looking.
So
Yeah,
I
it
had
is.
to mention because another person on your network here, Dr. Nina, actually has been one of my clients twice now. She actually had me come as Jon Snow.
Dr. Nina.
For her husband's party. We did some sword training and I had Cersei serve wine at her at a
Whoa.
thing. She had a
Wow,
blast.
That's
And she
a
had-
sexy birthday.
and then she had me
Sounds
as
like it.
Star-Lord for her kids' party, which was great. And it's so funny because I came up with I always do like a costume for myself, right? And for some reason or another, those costumes end up being marketable to kids' parties. We've done 7 Game of Thrones kids' parties.
Oh, wow.
7 now. You might
That's
say
for
like,
the
how do you,
parents,
yeah,
for
how do you
sure.
work that out, right? So like, I get it done, and then a mom calls me, and she was like, "So, do you have like a knight and princess thing?" And I was like, "No, I don't really." Do you know Game of Thrones? She's like, "I do. I love the show." And I'm like, "What about Jon Snow and Daenerys? Like, I have
mean-
both. Like, do you want?" And she's like, "Yeah, I guess that doesn't matter. Like, yeah, just kids don't need to know. We'll show them a couple
Incest is
scenes."
cool.
Incest
Jon
is
Snow and
cool.
Daenerys. I was gonna say I got
kids
confused with
party.
Cersei,
Yeah,
but
it's
that's
fine.
it would be like the Democrats versus the Republicans if it
Oh,
was
man.
Jon Snow and Cersei.
Oh man,
Oh.
it's funny. But I'll tell you that the parents straight up come to me and they were like, "I've never had such a huge turnout of parents before at this thing, so
Gosh,
it
oh
was
my
great."
gosh. So you are changing kids' lives, parents' lives, entertaining the world, entertaining us. You were so amazing. Thank you so much, Brandon.
You
for
are.
coming in.
Were you able to play the meter for your Millennium Falcon?
What's that?
Were you able to find parking for the Millennium
I
Falcon?
borrowed a handicap sticker.
Oh,
from
okay,
Han.
great. Yeah,
soloed.
that's great. That's great.
Perfect. Thank you so
Yes.
much for coming.
Yes.
You're so great.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, it's so
Let's finish this
awesome.
bottle off. Come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right,
Guys.
let's have a best drink.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this episode.
We come in peace.
Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye.